The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, it's Fields.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Lockett, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The slot man in motion right. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now we got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's wait.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jordan Brooks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Fields on 1st down.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham, 49 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bills.
Brandon Ayuk, 63 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 31, Rodgers. Open man is Uzama. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You talk about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
One play action. Fields.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Fields now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Prater for the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted.
Diggs. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short. Fields. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
The Bears at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they got to him again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, it's Rodgers.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Peterson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Slot man moves right.
Off play action, Fields.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Steps away to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Calvin Austin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Trying to lay one up deep.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Austin's got it left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, that's how he finishes.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet, finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right.
And again back to Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now Fields.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, Peterson. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers.
Oh, what a catch. It's Godwin.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Here's a diving catch right side. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Peterson running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Rodgers now to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker sets to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
On play action, now Rodgers. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They run over center with Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Adrian Peterson.
That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Justin Tucker sets the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
Here's Fields.
He gets it complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.